Oh, good evening, everyone. Hope you've had a good start to your week, and welcome to the first actually official stream. That's not just tech testing. Let's shift this thing over. There we go. Cool. Alrighty, so what are we doing tonight? So tonight we're going to have another look at .NET Aspire, like we were doing last night. And today what I want to try and do is build a very simple app with .NET Aspire, and then see if we can get that deployed into Azure, and then can we do some kind of CI/CD within the time limit of how long I've got tonight, so which is 2 hours. So let's get started. So I've got a new Visual Studio opened, empty folder. So let's get moving. So .NET new, and then now I don't want to use the Aspire starter this time. I actually want to use an empty one. So let's have a look. Let's see if I can get. So we have, there's an Aspire application. Don't want to use the starter, and there's an app host. So let's see. I do .NET new. What is it? Let's start with the app host. And we'll call this application. Let's call it application host for that. Okay, cool. So that gets us our application host. Okay, so that's good. Then the next thing we want to do .NET new, and it's an Aspire. So we want just an Aspire app, I guess. So that's just Aspire, and then we might want a service defaults as well. We'll just do Aspire for the moment, and we'll call this one. Back end, and I won't call it back end. Let's call this. I had an idea before. Yeah, let's go with that idea. So I had kind of like an idea I want to work on anyway, which is kind of like an AI gaming thing, using kind of OpenAI as a back end. So we'll see what we can do with that, see if that's something that we can actually use, because I think we can create the OpenAI endpoints using Azure OpenAI. So let's do it. Let's call it game master API. Okay, now it'd be interesting to see what. Actually, that gives us. I see. No, I've messed that up. Let's restart. This is what happens when you don't read the docs. So, if I actually ask for an application, it will give me an API host and service defaults, and then I can go and add my different web APIs and web apps into that. So, read the docs, stage 1. Alright. And let's remove that one. I'm in PowerShell, aren't I? So just delete. Yeah. No, I'm gonna have one of those nights, aren't I? It's just alright. Okay, but I wanted to do recursive. Okay, saying that stuff is being used by another file. Okay. That's annoying. No. It's just we're not in Linux. There we go. So that got rid of that one, but apparently we're still talking to it at some point. There we go, and then we can just delete this. Alrighty. I think I'm confusing the editor, but that's fine. That's okay. Right, let's try that again. So let's go new .NET, new Aspire, and we're going to deal with a pop-up. We'll just cancel that. We don't need that anymore. So what do we want to call this? AI role-playing system. Sure, call it our role-playing system for now. Alright, so this is our Aspire app. Okay, so we've got our app host and our service defaults here. Okay. So that's fine. Okay, so let's jump into here. And I'm going to call this ARPS front end. So that'll create our front end app. And now I want to go new web API, and I'm going to call this ARPS. And so with this one, I want this to be the, so we'll call it Game Master API. And there's another one I had in mind. Describer, and then a third one, which is probability calculator. See, can't spell either. All right. Hey, it was easy. Great to see you again. Hopefully the meeting is short and quick. Alrighty. So we've got our front end, we've got our 3 APIs, we've got our app host and our service defaults. Cool. So let's go ahead in our app host. So we'll need to add the references to the packages. Include, and so we want the RPS front end. No, sorry, we want to include. What system am I on? You know, I'm gonna go back this way and then project. See if that works. So I'll build this in a minute and it'll all fall apart. Include Now I'm purely going off memory here again without looking at the docs. It's mostly a tool I can use to add this CLI wise, but I'm doing this because I do want to get an understanding of how under the hood this kind of works. And there we go. Alright, cool. So that adds those projects in. And now services. No, I'm not getting autocomplete. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open folder. And I'm going to open this as our base folder. Sometimes I find Visual Studio does get a bit confused and it doesn't actually start to do things, and failed to restore the solution. What's the error? And no packages, so I am definitely busting something up. Let's go have a look at the sample and see what I'm doing wrong. Sure, it's something pretty obvious. Let's close all of these. So we're looking at the app host project, and let's just make this bigger. Project reference, is that what I've called it here? Package reference, that is the issue there. Well, that top one is a package, that's fine. These are project references. So let's just copy and paste this, and cool, let's give this, give it a restore now, and spelled on. This is clearly how tonight is going to go. Just typos everywhere. Cool. So that restored. Okay, so you go away. So that's working now. Now, how did this work in the program? And it's just, so it's builder add project. Okay, we're not going to use cache at the moment. We're just going to stick pretty simply. So it should just be in here. I'm going to go builder add project. I'm going to call it ARPS front end. That's going to give me a horrible error. Why are you giving me a horrible error? What have I forgotten? Projects dot and then a name. This should be projects dot front end. And call it that, that's fine. And Copilot keeps trying to tell me that it's doing something else. It's trying to make things up for me. Sometimes it's helpful. Sometimes it's just missing the point, and that's okay. That's what it will do sometimes. But there it's helpful because I didn't have to type all that out. And the world describer. Alright, cool. Now, what we'll do is actually bump that one down there because now so the front end will need to know about each of these. Okay, so when we did that in the sample project, that was done here with references, and we're also going to add the external HTTP endpoint to our front end app. So we go, so it's reference, with reference, we'll just with reference, and missing something again, aren't I? I am, because these are variables. These are meant to be assigned. And this will also describe API. Alright. And then this should just be game master API. And that should be probability calculator. And then we'll describe. Cool. Now it's telling me the projects, it's using projects here, so I can actually, you know, I do want to just do that so it's really obvious where it's coming from. It's fine. Okay, cool. And then we do the, no. Hitting tabs, trying to get tabs. Yeah. With, just do HTTPS. With external HTTP endpoints, is that it? External HTTP endpoints. Okay, cool, great. So, cool, we've set that up, and then if we do a build, okay, and that goes ahead and makes sure that all of those are being built. Alright. So now let's just go and build out these a little bit. Actually, I wonder if I could also do a class library in here, because I do have some shared code that I'd like to use across the 3 APIs. So let's do .NET new, see if this works. Class lib, and we will call this ARPS AI lib. Okay. We can get rid of that. And we're going to make a new file here, and we're going to call, what are we going to call this? Call AI service. Call AI service, and then I'm also going to make a new folder for extensions. Okay, so I'm going to go and reference something else I've been working on, just so that it's a bit easier, because I've been working on, now this is with Olama, so don't know if that will, actually that may not work. No, that might just get confusing, so let's not do the extension, let's just stick with doing semantic kernel. So let's go into ARPS, lib, semantic kernel. So we're going to add semantic kernel in here, and then we should be able to go in here, public interface, service, and we're going to say, what do we want? So we want a list string get text installation. Okay, cool. And that's going to complain at some point because I don't have that generic. That is fine. That will do for the moment. We'll plug this in with its stuff to connect it later. But I do want to see if, okay. So now if I go in here and I do project reference, include, and we want to say ALPS AI lib here. Now I shouldn't need to reference it in the outpost, it's just code library. Alright, and then I should be able to can I not? I think something is busted. Let's do a reload. So I think TeleSense is dying on me here. That's interesting. Alright. Maybe what I need to do. I think I know what I need to do. So .NET add RPS lib. Okay, that may help us here. Though I think we're still. We are still having some issues. I think we're still having issues because I haven't added any of these other ones to the solution either. Okay, let's do that. Lib front end that. That one. Reference project does not exist, so I messed something up there. That's okay, because I didn't put the actual project in. So, I also misspelt it. PS. And see if that works. That's better. Cool. Now, if I go back to what I was doing now, IntelliSense seems to be functioning. Service. So I should be able to add that code now from our shared library, which will be here. So I only need to maintain this in one place. Okay. So if I come in here, I'm just going to add a new endpoint just for testing. Let's call /AI. Alright. Response is equal to first of all, let's do that, and then response equal to AI service dot. We'll say hello, then we return the response. Okay. Easy enough, easy enough. Cool. And then we get our, so if we do, now if I do a .NET run project, and then we do our role-playing system app host, and that will break. Cool. What's the issue there? Valid name must only contain ASCII letters, digits, and hyphens. Am I messing this whole thing up with putting a hyphen in here? Let's see if that makes it. Apparently that fixed it. Cool, did not like the other schools. Alrighty. But needs it when referencing it in this way. Okay, so let's grab this. Let's grab open edge. Drag this across. Alright, so we have things are running. Now if we go to our Swagger, we get out here and we go try it out, and we get hello world. Great. And now all I need to do is if I go back here and we go over to this one, and we did the same thing. So add the project. We go project reference, include PS AI lib. Bump that in there. There we go. Builder. So we add Singleton. Thank you. Copilot. And then we go get AI. Oop. Let's clean that up. And then we do fire service. That one, and then we respond to the response. Okay. Redo this. Okay, so that's running again. Let's just verify, reload. Everything's running. We pop into this Swagger, we get this one, we try it out, and we get that. Cool. So that's code library is working fine. Sweet. Nice and easy. So, alright, what do we want to do here next? Okay, so let's get rid of the weather forecast stuff from the demo. So we do not need that. Let's do that across all of them. This one too. Not sure why this one's telesensors is coming up here, but that's alright. And we also need to include our project reference. Thank you, Copilot. Alright. Am I missing that project from our solutions? That's what's happening. Maybe I am. There we are. That's right. I was missing that one. That's what happened there. Cool. Right. So, what we need to do then, I actually need to go and plump the service in. So, I need to go quickly reference how to do that. So let's just go and check kernel example. Let's see if there's a good example. I just need a nice. I don't need to go too heavy. I just want to get a nice interaction with AI. So. Okay. So we can just do a kernel there. Alright. That should be fine. We won't get too heavy into this. So private kernel. Yeah. Okay. Now. I need to create the builder. Do this. Okay. Let's grab that because we want the builder here. And we'll do a model ID string. Right, put them through as strings. So I do kind of want those as environmental variables. You need to be a bit careful though, because an API key to OpenAI being streamed open would be problematic. How am I going to do that? Because I could do it with a local AI. I do have local AI running, but that doesn't help me when I go to deploy it. Because that AI is not available across the internet. Okay, maybe we'll shelf this part for a minute. Just because I don't want to get bogged down, I actually want to get something built. So let's let's just leave that there. I will figure that out as we go. Now this is going to tell me the quick fix. It can use a primary constructor, and we don't have any namespacing. Should most likely put a namespace in here. So we'll go to namespace PS. Okay, so we can throw in a namespace there. This will be complaining that that's not being used. That's fine. So now we should be able to do a kernel But, yeah. What's it called? I don't want to invoke. It's been a while since, like, I've been playing around too much with. So that's adding the service, and then I want to actually call it. I don't really need to give it the skill stuff yet. I just want to be doing something quite simple. Okay. So we do an add chat completion service. Okay, so that's there. So then we do completion. Kernel dot required service, and it doesn't. Not have. Yeah, I'm getting bogged down in this now. I didn't really want to get bogged down in that one. Okay, no, this is gonna get really messy. So we're just going to remove this for the moment, and we're going to say place the response for my app. There we go. So we're just going to do placeholder responses for the moment, and that should be fine. So, but we will return. So let's put a note in here to do implement Azure AI connection, so that we actually do have something there. That's fine. Get rid of that. And then we'll have to in here do a using. Make sure we get rid of those arrows. Cool. Alright. So what we'll want here is, alright, where are we? So from the game master, and so let's just call this gem. Yes. What are we getting? So you get the correct thing here, because I will be sending them through some text. So actually, no, we want to post. We don't want to get. That post. GM get response. Get action response. Okay, now I need a better word for that. And we know this is the so if we just say describe action, and then we'll have a, just call it string action for the moment. No, actually, we should use a model. Let's put some models in here quickly. We'll put them in here. And we'll call this action. And it's going to have a description. Thank you, I can't type tonight. Call it public string and hopefully will come. So what we're doing here is we're saying that there's a description of an action that was attempted to be taken and then an outcome of that is a boolean of did it succeed or not. And this is going to complain, so we'll just put nullable. And this is complain, so it wants to be in a namespace. Fair enough. Go on models, and then we'll appear models. Okay. Okay. Not a valid type. What am I doing wrong here? I'll do that too. I am missing something here. That's what I'm missing. Because we're passing that as a parameter to the function. Got it. Alrighty, so I'm just checking that we are still all running. Looks like we are. Cool. Alrighty. So, cool. Alright. Now let's go. So we've got describe action here, and then we're going to go var AI service equals, going to get our AI service response, and then actually going to send through. So we'll actually serialize this to text. So we'll do serialized player action. So what we're doing there is we're serializing the object from its object state into JSON strings, and then we're going to be sending that through to the AI. Obviously, what we'd do there as well is we would send a prompt, and we would configure things like maybe what player it is who's sending it, so that we could go get previous information, stuff like that. All stuff to further scale out later. And we'll do the get, and we will call this describe, and I'm going to call that scene. Okay, and we're going to spell response correctly. And we're going to spell correctly. There we go. Okay, cool. So we will send a player action through to here, and that will do that. Cool. Nice and easy. Alright, let's put this one. Go ahead, put our namespaces in the top here. Models. So we're gonna go away with this one. We're gonna go get. This is the probability. So this is just gonna be map post I'm going to say calculate. I'm going to give it player action. Okay. And it's going to generate. So again, the goal here would be, given a player action, generate us a probability of the outcome of that. Like, what is the probability outcome of the action? So actually, no, we're gonna make a. So that's right. So here we would have our AI service again, and what we would be doing here is we'd be sending through serialized action there, but in the prompt we would be asking for it to give us the outcome. Actually, no. What we'd be asking it here is to give us an outcome, which would be a probability. So we call this probability, and we'd be asking it to return us in a string, and then we would roll dice to determine success, and then we would say, well, first of all, make sure we're actually passing through the probability as an int, and then we'd say random so we wouldn't be doing this one, we'd be doing the player description, so return new one, and then return that as response. And we'd wrap this in a big old try block because we do not know if that is going to work. And then if that doesn't work, we're just going to fail the action. I don't think that's a good way, but it'll do for now. We would have some kind of handle. What I found also, sometimes you might need to do a retry. What's this? We can just use new. Okay. You might need to do a retry because it's not actually giving you a probability, it's giving you a bunch of text. So that's okay. But in this case, we know what it will give is not a probability because it'll just be giving a bunch of random strings back. It won't actually be giving an AI result back. And that's okay. And it's complaining here. This is never used. Can I just capture the exception? Okay. This is not good. Don't do this. Don't do this. Capture your exceptions and log them somewhere and do something with them. This is bad. I know it's bad. We'll fix it later. But yeah. All I'm doing here is see, is there an exception, then fail the outcome. What you'd want to know is why it's throwing that exception. Because that could be multiple different reasons in here. It could be, hey, something failed with the randomize, something failed with creating the object. So you want to know what failed. Cool. All right. So that's that one, and now we have the world describer. Cool. And then so we'll go add another model in. And we'll call it description. So this is a description object. So it's an input and an output. So we're asking for something to be described as our input, and then the output is what is actually being described. that should be easy enough. And why we're doing that? Because we have no namespace. Namespace is... Why is that namespace? Because why we gotta go pilot? I'm having a night, you can't have a night too. Alrighty. Cool. So that's that. And again, we will add in our map host. Call it describe. And I'm doing backslashes. And description. And then we've got and put using in there. We haven't put in service itself. Okay, cool. That seems to do what we want it to do. Complaining here going, it could be null. So we'll check. If it's null, then the whole thing's null. That's fine. Alright, cool. So we have our APIs. As much as their APIs. And then we should be able to go and run this, and we should be able to see these APIs pop up in our Swaggy config. So we will go and reload this, and we can see our master here. So if we try it out, and we will say description is we climbed a mountain, and then we said the outcome was true. We execute, and it gave us in response the placeholder body from AI, which is what we expected. Okay. Cool. All good. And we'll just go and check the other ones. Yep, it has its calculate endpoint. And it has its scribe input as well. Okay, great. So now let's go into the front end. Let's quickly throw together something that we'll call these. Okay, so now how did we do this when we were in here in the web? So we make clients for them. Okay, so we'll make clients, and then those clients will be here, and then we'll use that base. Okay, cool. And these are pretty straightforward, and I can use the shared library here. So let's go add that shared library first. Group. No, I'm not going to use a. So project reference is include build, make sure that, nope, we didn't like it. Oh, am I doing silly things here? Project reference include. Did I miss? No. Is it not a property group? No, it is an item group. Not a property group. Yeah, that should resolve that. There we go. Cool. Resolved. No issues. Alrighty. Cool. So that's that. So now we should be able to go and generate our clients. So let's make a new folder for clients. Make a new file, and we'll call this client. Calculator client. That's fine. Mostly spell that. And world describer client. Okay, cool. And how are we doing interfaces for these? No, we're just doing straight classes. Okay. Client. And did we inherit? No, but we're doing the top level. So the primary constructor. Okay. And then we will do a quick async task list string. And what did we call the endpoint? So it's describe scene, describe action. So yep. Scene description. Alright. Let's let Copilot help us. And okay, wait, what are we returning here? Are we actually returning? Yeah, we're just returning text out of these. Actually, we're returning a list of text. That's fine. So for this one, yeah, no, we're just returning list of text. That's fine. We can do that. And that's going to be possible null. Okay. Both gonna throw nulls. So if we tell it that they can be null, that should resolve that. Okay, cool. So that's that one. And just let Copilot help us, because these are going to be effectively the same. No. Okay, so there's the client stuff. Cool. And then when we go ahead and add those clients do here, we add them as HTTP clients, and then we set the base address to that. Okay. So we builder.services.add HTTP client, and then we're going to call this one our master client, and sorry, I keep bouncing back. It is just client base address. So client base address equals. Now this is where it changed. It just says new and this. So new and then we call it. What do we call it? What's is it this? Is that what we're calling it? Next client. Yeah, we got to describe. Alright. Let's give that a test. And we'll just do so we're doing a standard Blazor page here, aren't we? Well, not Blazor, we're doing standard Razor pages, not doing Blazor. I want to do Blazor, but that's right, we'll do with it. So we'll do a new page which we'll call go CSHTML. Now I need to remember how to do CHHTML. So page model, we'll call it model. So also need a just rename. It's going to be the CSHTML.cs, so that's the code behind file. So I'll need you there. Pages. Cool. Oh, jed. Okay, so that's fine. We can grab a logger. It's meant to be Game Master model, isn't it? And on get does nothing. And then we pump back to here. Why is that being a problem? Okay, no, we Okay, we're all good. On get, so here we would also have private read-only as the client. That here. Okay. And we will put that in. Say test, and the outcome can be true. Sync task and gets the outcome complaining, so say private string action description so space equals that. Cool. Alright. So action is equal to, put the await here. It was, ooh. So no, it's just text, isn't it? So it's okay. Cool. What's the issue here? We'll just make sure that has something. It might be null. Sure, see how it goes. And then on the page, we'll do is it not that? This. No, it's has to be public. Has to be public. Oops. Go away. Has to be public so it can be accessed from there, and we'll give it a capital. Tell how long it's been since I've done raised pages. Why is that working? Copilot, help. Alright. How can I access this? So it's using the add model. Okay, because that's a variable. We're assigning that, and then that's from the pages. Okay, got it. Cool, okay. So. Now theoretically, let's build. So a bit of a warning, no reference, that's fine. Let's run. So what we'll do now is see is if that actually worked. So let's refine, reload. There we go. Front end. Okay. So if I now go game roster. Exception. The HTTPS HTTP scheme is not supported. Alright, what am I doing wrong there? Is that just a Blazor thing? SHP. Is that just... interesting. Traces, metrics yet. Display name is that. I'm wondering if that's a... Oh, let's see the program. Okay, so I wonder if I just do... If I just do that, will that work? No such host is known. Okay. Interesting. What am I doing differently? This is definitely a Blazor app with its pages. Not maybe I'm missing that. Let's go have a look. Let's go have a look if I'm missing something there in the service defaults. No. Still doing the configure HTTP client defaults. Standard resilience handler, add service discovery. No, that looks all pretty default. So why? Is it just because it's a Razor page? Okay, that's right. We can fix that. It'll be good learning anyway. So let's do a .NET new. And we just do What places do we have? I'm going to do just WebAssembly. No, I'm just going to do places server because it'll be easier. And we're going to call this one, what are we going to call this? Yes. Site. And we can do the individual thing. Do V2. No. Oh. What was that? Will that work? Apparently I really cannot spell tonight. There we go. Really struggling with the spelling today. Okay. So let's go and add that one. So we do nice and add that there. I'm going to put it in here. So I'll actually let's comment this one out for now. Okay, and I haven't added that in here, so we will, I can't do that, so we'll just add it here. Okay. Run the project to make sure that the page is actually loading. Yep. Reload. We have our site here, and we have our Blaze page. And we have our login information if we want to use it. Cool, which we can do later. So, now then, add new folder, clients. And we will go and add, just go and grab these. Okay, see if I can just pop them in here. Oh, where's my paste go there? And then I'll need to add that reference in here. That's fine. Why did we fail? Auto restore. Why did we build? Why did we build this in .NET 7? Okay, we have 8. Thank you. Let's see if that works now. So, okay, I think that worked. Let's make sure. Warning. So, a SQL 3 issue. Okay, well, we acknowledge that that's there, but we're not going to really do anything about that at the moment. I think that has to do with the auth stuff as well. We will Yeah, app.db. Deal with that later. Okay. So, got our clients there. Let's just clean up a little bit here. Okay, so we don't need that. So, here. Yeah, so it's doing its DB context here using SQLite. That's fine. Okay. Do client database equals new plus HTTP. Okay, so that should be that. Master API. Boop, 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 boop. That's how we had it done in. So that's the client. That's fine. HTTPS plus. That's how it looks there. Okay, and then if we go and make a new page, we'll call it and then we'll just copy fetch data. Page using, I don't need to use that, that's fine. Lines, okay. And then we'll do something in here. Okay. Come down here and say code. And we'll just say spot. So descriptions. That's going to give us a new player. No. Because action. I get a bit lost there, so let's go grab that. So you have the reference. Yeah, what was the actual reference again? What were my parameters? Boop, 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 boop. Lib, models, player action, description, and outcome. Outcome false. Okay. Just do that. Okay, no. So we do that. And we serialize it. So we go JSON serialize. Can't spell. And maybe what will help if I actually put that using in here, we're using JSON. I don't think I'm going to get to the deploy tonight. Just because it's 9:30 already and I'm still stuck in the weeds, but that's alright. So, okay. Now, what's the issue here? String. When we do want the player. And what's your problem? Your problem is you what are you doing now then? And no. And we want action response. And that's telling me it could be cool. Alrighty, so that gives us that gives us that. And then in here we should be able to say so if we say if null is loading or else action description. Okay, cool. Cool. Build, make sure there's only a couple of warnings. So this warnings. That's fine. More null reference stuff, which you can clean up later. Alright, that's running. So we hit this. And we go game master. No, it doesn't like. What am I missing? I'm missing something. Something pretty obvious that is in this sample. Okay, let's have a quick close look at the sample. See what I'm missing. Maybe this. Maybe I am missing a reference to the service defaults. That would make an obvious issue. So let's plump this in there. Okay, and where reference project does not exist because I'm smart. I grabbed it from the sample. Okay, so in this project, the AI role playing system.service defaults. Role playing. Alright. Let's see if that works now. Okay. It's still warning about the SQLite and the nulls. Alright, that's fine. Things up and running. this open. Alright. No, scheme's not available, so still missing something. Okay. Let's have another look. Alright, so that could be it. Let's actually go and add. Definitely having an evening. I've had a very long day. I am not super surprised that I'm having a bit of an evening, but that's okay. And service discovery. Was it just service discovery? No, service defaults. And so it's in the builder, it's not in the services. So let's do it up here. And now they also have Redis out for cache, which we're not doing. Just checking there's nothing else obvious. Okay. Okay, so that's all up and running again. All running again. Oh, that's better. Hasn't completely broken straight away. It's not working, but it hasn't broken straight away. There we go. No such host is known. Alright. Because maybe the name needs to match this name. I'm going to regret having put these these hyphens in. I think an important lesson to learn on this one is don't put hyphens in the names. It just makes it more complicated than it needs to be. Alright. And apparently that's just... There we go. Alright. Let's try again. Okay. There we go. And we hit placeholder, which is what we wanted to see. So what we can actually do is to confirm that we actually are getting the right thing. Is let's do that, and then let's call this a list of string. That's fine. And then what we want to do here is we will do a for each. That's fine, right? And then let's just print out the placeholder information. Okay, so we bump that. Everything's running. If we reload this, we should get placeholder response from AI. Hooray. Cool. Alright, we have something that kind of functions. I mean, not well, but it functions. Let's have a look. What would we need to do to deploy this? Now, do I have AZD installed? No. So let's quickly do that. So this is the Azure Developer CLI. Oh, we can use Winget. Winget is great. I do love Winget. Package Manager for Windows is great. Alright, so I'll grab the CLI here while we're doing that, and then while we're doing that, we will call, so ask for what I want to do is I want to actually so AZD okay, so when it targets .NET application starts with the app host with a special command. It produces manifest files. Then the manifest file is done by an AC provision, which generates bicep files in memory only. After generating bicep files, the deployment is triggered using Azure's. Yep, so it's fine. Okay, so when you use the deploy, it does a similar. And then calls .NET publish. Okay. So, okay, here we go. Here's the instructions. We do an init. Once we're installed, we are installed. So we do the init. Did I just derp that? No, AZD. Most likely need to drop our terminal and redo it. No. Interesting. What happened? Package already installed. Then why are you not in the path? Okay. Well, I did that. And I closed the terminal and made a new one. So why am I still getting AZD is not a recognized commandlet? And this is your facing. Okay, so looking at here, could be an issue with the path. Maybe VS Code caches the path? Interesting. And this is last year, so should have been fixed. This code is acting on the incorrect PowerShell. Okay. What was I meant to do? So PowerShell show session window menu. So okay, well I've lost all my nice terminal there, so that's easy. Still isn't. Let's check Windows Terminal. Okay, so it's accessible out of Windows Terminal, but not out of Visual Studio. That's right, for the moment. Deploy. Alright. Just do a build. Cool, so now we can do an AZD net in here. Okay, I don't have this in source control either. That is not going to help. Okay. Environment dev. Alrighty, it went and did some things for us. Let's go have a look at those things. Always like to look at things. It also did give me a git ignore, so I should do this one. Let's do it here. And in here we go and add the extra thing at the bottom, which it added, which was the ignore the .azure. And then we do add everything in that directory to git. And that's going to give us a whole heap of warnings because there's a whole heap of JavaScript. And then commit, initial commit. Cool. Just so I've got a nice easy git repo in place. Alrighty. Cool. So that's that. So it generates us a document which tells us what the next steps are. Okay, so if we run AZD up, it'll provision the infrastructure and deploy to Azure in one step. This is something I'm much more interested in, actually creating the GitHub Actions workflow. So, okay, what would happen if we ran that? So if I said... So it says create pipeline file locally first, and then run that. And what does this look like? So workflow dispatch, do the AZD login information, also need to go, and then I'll do provision and a deploy. So that's pretty straightforward. I think think we'll do is we'll leave that till next stream, which should be Thursday is the plan. So we've got, what have we got today? Where did we go? Let's also quickly look at, get some environment configuration stuff here. Cool. And that tells us that. Cool. So we'll have more look at this stuff, I think, on Thursday. So yeah, what have we got done today? So we've set up a Aspire application from scratch, effectively. We've learnt how to implement web APIs into the app host. We have worked out how to use the service defaults to do our service discovery, so that's included, so that when we actually call using the service discovery names, that actually works. Bit of trial and error on that one. We've also verified that how we can use because we're a mono repo, we can use libraries, so we can create our own libraries here. So there's a code library there which is sharing for the AI service that we will implement another time. I just need to go and secure a bunch of environment stuff with that, just because I don't want to go leaking keys everywhere for that kind of thing. So that's fine. And then, so we did a front-end app. Should actually go back and test that, because I think that was the issue here, was the front-end app. Even though it's Razor pages, that should still work fine. Oh, so really just, yeah, whatever it was. ASP, yeah, Razor pages. But we've got the Blazor one running anyway, and we've got our APIs. And then we got AZD installed. We hit a bit of an issue with AZD not appearing in our PowerShell. Don't know what PowerShell's doing to us here. Something has busted. Yeah, AZD does not work in PowerShell. In my VS Code terminal, I have to look up and try and figure out why that is. But it is working in my normal Windows terminal, so that's fine. Did make a Git repo for this. I'll have a look and see if I push it up for Thursday. Maybe I'll push that up to GitHub on Thursday when we're actually getting some CI/CD in place and trying to deploy all of this into a container app service. Cool. Well, hopefully if you're watching, you've learned something. I've certainly learned some more stuff about .NET Aspire. I'm going to keep digging into it because I think there's something here which looks really interesting. I really want to see how the infrastructure side plays out, especially around could we do something like build a developer platform using .NET Aspire kind of in the background, like configure it, do some code generation to configure a basic scaffold that then a developer can easily go and extend, but then sets up a lot of the core infrastructure and a lot of stuff for them, so they don't have to do that. Would be worth seeing, could be interesting. Yeah, well, I hope everyone has a good rest of their week. My plan is to stream again on Thursday, and if I get some time, I might try and do a video this weekend. Thinking I might just do like an intro to DevOps, just kind of what it is, what it isn't, and my opinions. Might touch on platform engineering. I'll see how long the video goes. But I think it might be good to do a couple of definition videos just to say, hey, here's DevOps, here's what developer experience is, here's platform engineering. Just do some basic view stuff. Cool. Alright. I'll see you all later.